Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe. Students, today we will discuss our chapter number 2, Habitat of Animals. Children, before we start our chapter, first we discuss about what is habitat. So, students, the natural home of a plant or an animal is called habitat. The natural home of a plant or an animal is called habitat. In other words, we can say that animals are found in nearly all parts of the earth, including land, water, air, and trees. An area where a particular animal naturally lives, and perform certain set of functions is called a habitat. Okay, animals living in a particular habitat adapt themselves to the surroundings. Animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. Okay, animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. Animals living in water are called aquatic animals. Some animals can live both on land or water. They are called amphibians. Some animals can live both on land and water, and in water they are called amphibians. Animals that live on trees are known as arboreal animals. Okay, arboreal animals. Animals that can fly are called aerial animals. Okay, in order to survive in their unique surroundings, animals have different body coverings, different eating habits, different organs for breathing, and different ways of moving from place to place. Okay, now children, let's discuss body covering of animals: hair, fur, and wool. Human beings and a few other animals have hair on their skins, which helps by keeping them warm. Fur grow on the bodies of animals like fox, bear, deer, etc. that protect their skin and also provides warmth during the cold weather. Some animals like sheep, musk, ox, etc. have wool on their body that keeps them warm. Next, shells. Some animals like snails and tortoises have a shell on their body. Hard shell protects the soft body of the animal inside it. Okay? See, shell, okay? Outer covering. Next, scales. Bodies of snakes, crocodile, and lizards are covered with scales. This prevents water loss from their bodies. Fish are covered with overlapping scales that are waterproofed. Okay? Next, feathers. Birds have feathers which keep their bodies warm. Different birds have different feathers to protect them from any danger. Now children, let's discuss about food habits of animals. Different animals have different eating habits. Okay. Animals need food to grow, to get energy, and to stay healthy. An animal's food habits and mouth parts depend on what it eats. Based on the food they eat, animals are divided into various parts. First part is herbivorous. Okay, herbivores are animals that depend only on plants for food. Herbivores are animals that depends only on plants for food. They have flat front teeth and white back teeth, which helps in biting and chewing the food. Cow, deer, goat, zebra, sheep are few herbivores. You can see teeth of a cow. See, teeth of cow. Okay. Next, carnivorous animal. Carnivores are animals that depend on other animals for meat and flesh. They have sharp pointed front teeth to tear the food and strong back teeth to chew flesh and bones. Tiger, lion, fox, etc. are few carnivores. Birds that depend on flesh of other animals have hooked beak and sharp claws to catch and tear the flesh they eat. Now, omnivores. Omnivores are animals that depend on both plants and animals for food. Omnivores are animals that depend on both plants and animal for food. They have both flat and sharp teeth, which help in biting and tearing food. Human beings, bear, owl, human beings, bears, owls, etc. are omnivores. Okay? Now, children, there are other kinds of animals as well, as many animals depends on dead organism for food like crow, housefly, vulture, etc. They are called scavengers. They are called scavengers because they depend on dead organism. Certain microorganisms like bacteria and fungi depend on dead and decaying matter and break them into simpler components. They are called decomposers. Okay, children, did you know an elephant can eat 136 kilogram of food in one day? Yes. Always remember this point. Okay, very important point. An elephant can eat 136 kilogram of food in one day. Now, children, let's discuss breathing in animals. Okay. All animals need air to live. They take in oxygen. The oxygen is burnt in the body to release energy to carry out different activities. The breathing organs are different for different groups of animals. Yes. Number 1, through spiracles. Insects have small holes called spiracles. On their body. The spiracles leads into a network of tubes called trachea inside the body. Air enters the spiracles and then passes through the trachea and get absorbed by tissue of the body. Next, through gills. Fish, tadpole and other aquatic animals breathe through gills. They take in water through their mouth. When this water passes through the gills, oxygen in the water is absorbed and carbon dioxide is allowed to pass out. Okay? Now, through lungs. Birds, reptiles and mammals breathe through their lungs. The air they inhale enters through the nose, reaches the windpipe and goes into the lungs. Here the gases are exchanged and carbon dioxide throw out of the body through the nostrils. Okay. Even though whales and dolphins are aquatic animals, they are mammals and breathe through lungs. Even though whales and dolphins are aquatic animals, they are mammals and breathe through lungs. Hence, we often see them coming to the surface of the water to breathe in air. They breathe through blowholes. Okay. Now, through skin. An earthworm breathes through its skin. It breathes through a frog, sorry, an earthworm breathes through its skin. A frog breathes through its skin in water. A frog breathes through its skin in water, while on land it breathes through lungs. Okay? Now, movement in animals. Unlike plants, animals are able to move from place to place. Animals move around in search of food and water, to protect themselves from enemies and to find shelters. Human beings have four limbs. Human beings have four limbs. The front two limbs, which are used to ride, hold, catch, throw, and perform other activities, are known as forelimbs. The other two limbs that are used to walk, run, jump, hop, and kick are known as hind limbs. Okay, even animals like chimpanzee, gorilla, and kangaroo use only the hind limbs to walk. Other land animals such as lion, tiger, dog, cow, sheep, etc. use all the four limbs to move. Now, children, you know aquatic animals like fishes have fins on either side of the body and also a tail. Also a tail fin at the end that helps them to swim. Frogs and ducks have webbed feet that help them to move in water. Tadpole and water insects use their legs to swim, where turtles and penguins use their forelimbs as flippers for swimming. Lizard, crocodile, and tortoise have four short legs to move. They crawl on their belly. Snakes do not have legs. They have scales on the underside of their body, which enable them to move. Worms shorten and elongate their body to move forward. Now, children, did you know the tails of some lizards separate from the body when they are grabbed? Yes. Okay, children, insects like cockroaches, mosquito, ants, etc. have thin legs. Yes, they have thin legs and thin wings to move around and to fly. Now, children, birds have wings and feathers to fly. They have hollow bones that make them bodies lighter to makes their bodies lighter to make flying easier. They have claws to walk on the ground and to perch on the branches of the trees. Now, some birds such as ostrich, kiwi, emu, etc. are unable to fly because their wings are too weak to fly. These birds are called flightless birds. They move also only on land. Yes. Migration. Let's discuss about migration. Animal migrate in search of favorable condition of temperature, food and breathing grounds. They travel long distance every year to escape the extreme cold weather, to give birth to their young ones, or in search of food. The kind of long distance movement is known as migration. Number 1. The Arctic tern flies. The Arctic tern 17,000 kilometers from the Arctic to the Antarctic during winters. Okay. Number 2. The Siberian crane flies to India during winter and goes back to Siberia during summer. Number 3. Salmons live in the sea. They swim long distance to search. They swim long distance to reach rivers to lay eggs. They die there and the young ones swim back to the sea. And last one is Lux. Luctus are harmful, destructive insects. They migrate in swarms and destroy standing crops. Now, children, I am giving you some important definitions of this chapter in PDF file. You have to complete these definitions in your science notebook. Okay? Properly, very properly. Okay? Thank you and God bless you all.